This is an all sports station production.
Today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, this is Madden NFL 21. We'll see Phillip Rivers and the Indianapolis Colts taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from Indianapolis. Taken in the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Out comes the Indy offense for their first drive of the game. And leading him out, their new quarterback for 2020, the longtime Charger, Phillip Rivers.
I don't know what it is, partner, but every time I watch Phillip Rivers play, I just have a big grin on my face because he plays the game with such joy. Loves being out there. Remember, he's part of that great 2004 class with Eli Manning and Ben Roethlisberger, two of them still in the league today. Now he's probably going to go over 60,000 passing yards and 400 touchdowns this season. The big question mark, how much does he have left in the tank? I think he's got plenty.
First down, Rivers. And his first look is incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Hines. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
First down. It's Hines. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here. Rivers throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle, the Pro Bowl tight end, and it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. On the delay, here's Hines. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 33. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now it's Hines. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Hines. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. From the gun, Rivers. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And able to find Alan Lazard. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
On 1st down, Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Man open, and St. Brown has got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Packers have taken the early lead. And the QB rating right now sky high, 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's
mark.
the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They run with Hines. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he'll give it here to his running back. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Kenny Clark came into the league as one of the youngest players ever to be drafted. He's now one of the unsung leaders of this Packers defense. Went to the Pro Bowl for the first time after the 2019 season.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Pressure, he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Tyler Ervin back deep. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Khari Willis there to bring him down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. Back near the goal line, here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there, getting him the first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, Rodgers. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 4th down, here's Green Bay's 3rd-year punter, J.K. Scott, standing just about on his own goal line. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And they'll start on the ground with Hines. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Rivers finding Hilton on the slant. And a well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 16 yards, a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. first down. Hines. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, Rivers finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll go down at the 28. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Rivers. That's into the hands of Pascal. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Rivers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Christian Kirksey in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 29, Rodgers toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He stiff-arms him. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield and get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Rivers. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Rivers to Hilton there, 1st down Indy.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there, keeps the sticks moving.
Rivers on 1st down. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Now a give right side. It's Hines. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Colts on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. Special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Slant to Adams. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Rodgers now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Packers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. On the delay, Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Valdez-Scantling on the end around. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 22-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Rodgers now on first down.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, the left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And again, it's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Rodgers hitting Alan Lazard.
And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now another drive coming for Phillip Rivers and the Colts.
And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Draw play. This is Hines. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, Rivers. He's got Jack Doyle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 44 yards out, left hash.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw Aaron Jones put together a very nice first half. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Aaron Rodgers, the 8-time Pro Bowler with an 8-point second-half lead and looking to add to it.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down, it's Jones. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Being strong up the middle is imperative. I don't care what your sport, but in football, when you've got a D tackle who can contribute not only to occupying bodies, but also making plays on the ball carrier, that's when you have the cornerstone of a solid run defense.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13. Pretty good spot. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Hines. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They run again with Hines. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, Hines, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go again to Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rodgers. And Jones has it over the middle. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Rodgers again now. Able to find Lazard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. DeForest Buckner with a sack. The former number 7 overall pick.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Rodgers on target there to Lazard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Rodgers on the return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 at their own 23. And he'll get this one up to the 26. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Rivers to throw it. Middle of the field to the tight end, Doyle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Hines. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rivers. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he fouled it. It's on the ground. And the Packers pick it up. And these guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. On the return is Irvin. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, They almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense, false start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. That was huge after being behind the chains on 1st down to make this 2nd very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on 1st down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on 2nd down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep your defense off balance. I like that phrase, staying ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Down carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's complete to Lazard. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And now it's Valdez-Scantling on the end around. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back.
Hey, man, let's play our game.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On second down, here's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And Adams has it complete. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Working from the gun. Rodgers to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Rodgers to throw once more. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
So that'll back him up 5. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Rodgers looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Crosby puts it through. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field.
And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10
at their own 24.
And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Rivers. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Rivers on the money, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now left side on the swing pass. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll throw again. Rivers. A good throw here, finding Pascal. That catch good for only a couple. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Hines. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hines. And they see right through that defensively. as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 13 yards out. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Now the Packers get set to go. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Following the interception here, Rivers throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game. And he's got his man. It's hitting for the Colts touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive, 4 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And down it goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Aaron Rodgers so cool in these situations, but he's got to get his guys moving.
Yeah, they have to be able to have that urgency while still keeping their cool.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Rodgers to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Justin Houston, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Jones, and he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts
as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. From the gun, Rivers. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Rivers. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Rivers has been through this many times as he'll hustle his guys to the line. Rivers to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. So a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Colts set to take over here offensively. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Looking deep for Hilton. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play.
And how about that? So many times the big play is what does it in overtime. They got one there, move the ball past midfield, and now you know they're on the move, looking to score the game-winning touchdown because a field goal won't finish the game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
This is Hines. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. From the gun, Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were, and so possession will remain with Indy. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Rivers. He'll check this down to Hines. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. Blankenship's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 26. First throw of overtime for Rodgers. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. When you're trying to win a game in overtime, I don't know that there's too many more in the history of the game you want under center than Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I think a lot of it's because he can beat you so many different ways. All right, he can beat you with the big shot downfield. Heck, if you need a Hail Mary, no one throws it better than Aaron Rodgers. But just when you think you've got him corralled in, when you've got pressure on him, he uses his legs to escape and create another big play, whether he's running it or extending it so a receiver gets open. I think he embraces overtime, and he embraces the spotlight that comes with it.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Jones. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 38-yard line. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. They wanted to avoid the dreaded 4th down and having to get a conversion or it being the final play. They picked it up, though, on 3rd.
I love how you described that because we've been in those situations and seen it. If you get to 4th down, especially in overtime, things get a little shakier, don't they? The hands get shaky, right? The throw, if you're going to throw the ball, being able to run it, all of that coming down to one big play. Very nice of them and nice for them to pick it up on 3rd.
Now he'll escape to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 15-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So a little chunk there on 1st as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get 1st downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is out of bounds here. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And they'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everybody.